Welcome to yet another highly questionable week. What do you like best on the show today, Bomani?
This is going to shock you. Sam Bradford came to work today.
Vamos, papi.
It is showtime!
Oh, for the love of God.
Wait, can the Thunder actually topple the Spurs?
Can they? Yes. I don't expect them to, and I don't have any more confidence in them to do so now than I did before this series started. It's best of three. They've got to win 2 at San Antonio, but we do have to salute Kevin Durant. That had to be the scariest fourth quarter in the history of that franchise because it wasn't just for that game and it wasn't just for that season. It felt like it was for Durant's future in that city, and in that fourth quarter, he made every shot that needed to be made, some of them over Kawhi Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard didn't make anything, and that's why we're now tied.
Yeah, I got to say, though, I don't feel like there was ever much a question as to whether or not the Thunder could do it. The question was going to be whether they did, and getting down 3-1, of course not. They wouldn't have had a chance under those circumstances. But look, they got smoked in game 1. We've had 3 tight games ever since then. This right now is as close to a pick'em as I could imagine. One thing to note, Tim Duncan, we're talking about whether Kevin Durant played his last game in Oklahoma City. Tim Duncan didn't score a point. This Spurs roster does have some holes on it. Let's not pretend like they're infallible.
Oh, the Thunders, they're making this serious. Oh, the Thunders are going to go for a run. Please, everybody know how it's going to happen. I mean, the Spurs are going to kill them,
Oh, wow.
Happens every year. This year ain't going to be any different.
LeBron's been gone for 2 years. He still hates Kevin Durant.
It's also weird that he puts an S at the end of Thunder.
Are you buying that Ty Lue's pep talk motivated Kevin Love?
So the Cavs did the one thing we all expected to happen in this, the Hawks to get up out of there because we've been watching the Hawks play our whole lives. Anyway, Kevin Love's been a whole lot better. He's been shooting a lot better from 3, not so well from 2, but been more aggressive. And Ty Lue said the reason was he went and told Kevin Love that he was a bad MF, and he needed to tell LeBron that he was a bad MF, and then he played like a bad MF. And then they asked Kevin Love about it, and he said something about bad MF. This is one thing to know about this game. If you hear a player say something like that, somebody probably said it to him first. This time, it was Ty Lue.
Well, when you're in a situation, though, that you need to tell us that you're a bad MF, generally speaking, it's because you're not actually a bad MF. We know who the bad MFs are in this league. They're not the ones telling us that it's so. He was, what was it, 9 for 25 or 9 for 26 in yesterday's game? He wasn't actually that good. He was only good from 3, and he doesn't have to be a bad MF. He just has to be really good from 3, and they will get very far in this postseason.
Why are you guys so afraid to say
I know. Well, we're not
That's
allowed
it,
the way
yeah.
that you are.
Huh?
Okay, never mind. Yeah, he's allowed. We're not.
Was Joe Madden smart to treat Bryce Harper's like he's Barry Bonds or just lucky?
Okay, he made Harper plural, too, like he made the Thunder plural, added an S there. It happens when you get old. Joe Sheehan had this stat. 15% of Cubs pitchers' walks this year have been to Bryce Harper. They don't want any part of this dude. And that was Jake Arrieta yesterday who didn't want any part of this dude, but they swept the series. And yesterday, if you didn't know, Harper walked 6 times, walked more in the 4-game series than anyone has ever walked in a 4-game series, and they won all 4 games. But the Cubs don't need very much luck. They're a lot better than everyone else.
Yeah, but there is a certain zone is for cowards element to this with Bryce Harper, right? Because the question we're asking is whether he should be treated like Barry Bonds. And the answer is no, because he's not Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds, 2001 through 2004, we've never seen anything like that. Bryce Harper, we haven't seen much like that from a guy this young. You can throw to him one time unless you're scared. Now, Joe Madden's response might be, yes, we were, but we won anyway, to which I have no answer, but that right there was for cowards.
I do love, though, when you're in a situation where you fear a hitter so much that you give him 1 for free because you're so afraid he's going to take 4 against your will.
Flagrantly disrespecting the guy behind you, by the way. Ryan Zimmerman, how do you feel today?
And now, my Joe Madden impersonation.
You want to do a Joe Madden impersonation, you're going to need to start spending a lot more money on those glasses.
What should we make of Haroldie Chapman saying he did nothing wrong as he returned from his domestic violence suspension?
All right, Major League Baseball has a new domestic violence policy. Chapman was suspended for 30 days on that policy because of an incident at his home where allegedly he assaulted his girlfriend and also fired a lot of shots off in anger. He says he did nothing wrong. The charges are dropped. So it's hard for any of us to stand in this position and say definitively one way or another on that. But he went the extra mile and tried to say that this was an extension of Latin ball ball players being exploited because they don't know the country, they don't know the laws and all these other things. What about knowing the country and knowing the laws had you firing off your gun after all this happened? That has nothing to do with you being exploited. That matches in the general case. It has nothing to do with the specific one.
It's hard to argue in any form that you did nothing wrong when your girlfriend is hiding in the bushes and guns were fired in the vicinity of your girlfriend, and the league has chosen, never mind drop charges or not, to suspend you for 30 days. I do think, though, that in one respect, there is a place where the Latin ball player excuse can help you sort of sort through some of this stuff. He has no idea how to deal with this publicly. He has no idea how to deal with the public relations of this. So where contrition is merited here, he doesn't know what to do.
How should the Eagles look at Sam Bradford now that he rescinded his trade demand?
I know this is really going to shock you, but Sam Bradford, guaranteed to get $20-something million, actually showed up to his job. He tried to kick and scream and get out of his job, tried to have his agent tell all these stories to get him traded as if they were going to trade the guy they just gave $20-something million guaranteed. Anyway, he showed up, and everybody's going to look at him like just another football player who tried to get some more money and wound up losing to the machine in the process. This isn't the sort of thing that is rare. It's just rare to happen with a quarterback, one we can laugh at so easily.
I do think that we've diluted the term demand, though, when you're demanding something and then a few weeks later you're like, never mind, I'll just take that $11 million bonus and I'll get back in camp. And I didn't really want to fight for my job. I just kind of wanted you to give me the job, even though I'm 12 games under 500 as a starter for my career. We have diluted the word demand when this is what a demand looks like.
This is more like a tersely worded letter.
Not even.
And now I will do my impersonation of Sam Bradford.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My impersonation of Sam Bradford is lighting cigars with $100 bills. That's my impersonation of Sam Bradford. He is a true legend at the bank, and he ain't done a damn thing in the league.
I thought that was still Joe Madden. I didn't see the difference between the two.
Now that Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather have hinted at it, are you starting to think this fight might be a real thing?
I will never believe that this fight will actually happen, not even after we're 2 or 3 rounds into it actually happening. These two guys really love attention. They love to get everyone stirred up, and I don't think it makes much sense for either one of them to go the pro wrestling route like this.
Yeah, my buddy Corey Urban at the Fight Network makes a great point on this also. You know where else this doesn't make sense? In the office of any boxing athletic commission, whoever would have to sanction this fight. Who is going to sanction maybe the greatest fighter of his generation against the guy who is 0-0 as a boxer? Because the only way they're going to do this is if it's boxing. Somebody has to be willing to put their name on the line for this that's beyond a person making money. Somebody who works with some institution is going to have to get behind this. Ain't nobody risking their careers behind this.
Listen, we can make this happen right here in South Beach, right here at the Clevelander, by the pool. You know, you guys go at it, you know, go at it. And if one of you guys get tired, you know, I got my son here. He can pitch in, you know. He's ready to go too, you know. That's right, buddy. He's ready. This is the opportunity that I've been waiting for, you know, for him to get involved in a fight of this kind. You can use my son as your sparring partner. That's it.
Okay, really?
I was thinking more like heavy bag.
I thought
you know
that,
what I mean?
I thought we were going to go with the heavy bag
just
joke,
kind of
too.
like this.
I thought that the joke was going to be heavy bag. I really did. Heavy gas bag.
Thank you for leaving it for me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I was going to take it if you didn't.
Coming up next on my Son Stevie show, we talk to Doug Baldwin.
Despite this betrayal by my colleague, I may have indeed said that, but it was Chris Carter.
But I was just talking about
Chris
him.
Carter. But it was Chris Carter who got him mad. I don't think until now he knew that I had said that.
Oh, I did.
My Son Stevie show is brought to you by Travelocity. Wander wisely. Joining us at the beach today is Doug Baldwin.
Doug Baldwin, not Doug Balding. That's a totally different guy, and I'm not even going to make a joke. I'm not even going to do it. I won't do it.
Doug Balding, Dan's Balding.
A Seattle wide receiver. He's a champion. Let's talk to him. You've said even recently, you've been quoted as saying, I have trouble making deep personal connections. Why is that?
I don't know. I don't think it's unique to me. I think any athlete who spends an absorbent amount of time on their craft, they really just don't have time to develop those relationships. You know, and it's kind of sad at the same time because, you know, you miss out on a lot of good stuff.
What was happening at Stanford when you're calling your mom and you want to give up? You want to quit. You're done. You're done with football and you want to come home.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably one of the most difficult times in my life, but more so I was having trouble on the football field, which I've been playing football since I was 6 years old. So you can imagine how dedicated I was to my craft and how much I wanted to succeed at it. And for it not to be going my way, for me to be dealing with injuries, and then also to be struggling academically, in that moment, yeah, I was contemplating going back home and spending time with my family and getting back to my roots. But I'm so thankful that my mom pushed me and forced me to stay in Stanford because it made me a better man.
You were dealing with Harbaugh also, right?
I didn't bring that up. You did.
No, I'm just asking because, I mean, it seems like dealing with Harbaugh can be a lot. As a grown man, it could be a lot.
Yes.
But as a teenager, like, how does this go with Harbaugh?
Hey, he's a great football coach.
What is that, Baldwin? Like, so you are, wait a minute, if you're having trouble with deep personal connection, if you want to be treated humanly, like I'm reading between the lines here, I'm not trying to cause any controversy. I'm guessing that you're not getting a whole lot of compassion from your coach about your misery.
I mean, it was some trying times, you know, and I wouldn't say that it had much to do with who Jim Harbaugh is personally. I just think that was a situation that was going on.
Did he think you were weak?
Does he think I was weak?
Did he think you were weak? I'm not saying now. I'm saying in that time because you're struggling, you're injured, you want to go home.
I'm sure he did. And you know, looking back on it, I would say that I was weak in that situation. But I can't speak for him. I have no idea.
Who's the person in the family who's going to end up most insulted when an ESPN analyst calls you a pedestrian receiver or says that the receivers are pedestrian? Who's the one that's going to get most indignant?
My mother, for sure, without a doubt.
Well, how bothered do you get when Dad says back in the day that the team had pedestrian receivers?
Well, you know, I don't blame him. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, if there's more in-depth research done, which like I said, you know, I know you guys all have your own jobs and are very busy, so can't tell you to get too deep into it, but we're run-first offense, you know, and nobody has ran the ball more than us in the past 4 years. So when we get our opportunities as receivers, we make the best of them.
Despite this betrayal by my colleague, I may have indeed said that, but it was Chris Carter.
I was just talking about
Chris Carter. But it was Chris Carter who got him mad. I don't think until now he knew that I had said that.
Oh, I did, but that's, you know, but the fact of the matter is that I've always respected you and the show, and so that, you know, when me and my agent always talk, you know, I always tell him, I said, I like to get on Dan's show because I know that you're going to come from a place of love and a real place at that.
There you go. Nothing about me, but it's cool. So does Russell Wilson talk like a robot around you guys too, or is it just us?
Yeah,
it's just y'all. It's just y'all. He's much different off camera.
Is it really? Okay, so he's robo quarterback, and that's just for public consumption. Secretly, he's got a wild side. That's what you're alleging. You're lying to us that way right on television.
I did not say that. That came out of your mouth. I did not say he had a wild side at all.
I understand he's your leader, but were you guys a little bit upset when they had to stop playing Future at the stadium?
They never stopped.
They never did? They never did stop?
Nope.
We're going to see if Poppy can crack this icy veneer. Look at this. It's already cracking. Look.
Doug, how are you? Nice talking to you.
I'm good, Poppy. Nice to see you.
I never doubted you like these guys do.
Oh, look at that. Okay, he never doubted you. He knew you were going to do all the things you did last year.
I appreciate that, Poppy.
I mean, it's a bold-faced lie. What are you appreciating that for?
Go ahead. Betrays your father.
You betrayed me. We're keeping with the theme of betrayal.
You're not my father.
In this interview. Go ahead, Poppy. What do you have for him?
Doug, you're a friend of Richard Sherman.
Yes, sir.
What is something that he does that annoys you, bothers you?
Yes, give it up.
A little bit.
Every morning he's got to come to my locker and just sit in my locker and not say anything to me. He wants to annoy me. So that's probably the most annoying thing. He's just trying to get under my skin in the morning, early in the morning when we're at the facility.
It seems like he would be, the guy that would just get in your way. He would just there for the sake of annoyance?
Just wants to be annoying for the sake of being annoying.
Okay, yeah, it seems like he would be pretty good at that. Thank you for being on with us. We appreciate it, Doug.
Of course, fellas. Thanks for having me.
Gracias, Doug. Gracias.
De nada.
De nada. That's it. This beef Beef is when you need two guts to go to sleep. Beef is when your mom's ain't safe up in the street. Beef is when I see you, guaranteed to be a nice. My son's TV show is brought to you by Red's Apple Ale, crisp like an apple, brew like a beer. Do you question if this coach-player relationship can be salvaged?
We are going out to Greece. It's the basketball playoffs over there. Tyron Green, remember him? He was one of the other dudes on that team with Joakim Noah and Al Horford on it that won the championships. Played for 8 teams in 8 years in Europe. What's going on here? Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be told to just, yeah, that's not going to go. That's not going to fly. Get over here. That's
After he'd already put his hands on him.
still pointing at him. Coach has got his back to the game. That seems.
Yeah, I feel like you hustling backwards right now.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh.
Oh, can't have a bald elbow situation.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to know what the
is
discussion
that?
was. Yeah, like if you're going to do it, do it. You get that close to a man's face, that's effectively the same thing as punching him in the face.
He's right.
I need to know, A, what they were arguing about, and B, in what language.
I do believe, by the way, we're going to see 9th team in 9 years from this gentleman in Europe next year.
Do you question if this kid over-celebrated?
Oh, we like over celebrations around here. We do not condemn them. What do we
No
have?
such thing.
Ha ha ha! Tinier than I thought.
7, 6, 5, 4,
Oh, counting down. He's not making. Oh, that's a travel.
Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
that's a travel.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
Money.
yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Steph Curry, some James Harden.
Oh, yeah.
And
I think that's legal at that level of basketball, by the way. Wow. What a shot.
Yeah, you got to call a travel there.
He's been waiting all 39 months of his life for that moment right there.
You got to wave that off.
Well, I don't blame him. Those were the first points of the game.
At that age, that's true.
Yeah,
Look at that. It's 0-0.
0-0.
It says 0-0 on the board.
Yeah.
What
All I'm saying, though, is you think it's a coincidence he's wearing number 23? You think that's a coincidence? Because I don't.
Do you question this method of eating corn?
And there's no setup.
They're not telling us anything. All right, how are we eating corn?
Wow.
Oh.
Whoa. Whoa. This sounds like the worst idea of all time.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, her hair is gone. Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, no. What a horrible result.
oh no.
Oh, that went about as poorly as it could have possibly gone.
I need to know. I need
Ouch.
to know who over there is holding the cord on a drill.
Oh,
'Cause
no.
If that's her dad, ooh, buddy, wait till Mom gets home.
Have you been eating corn in the back of your head?
Really?
Look at that.
Really?
That's right.
Really?
That's right.
Really? You,
I like it when he does the work for me.
really?
Time to play the game that knows who the real boss around here is. See? Or no?
You tell us what to watch on television tonight. We'll tell you if we're intrigued.
On TNT, Game 4, Warriors and Blazers.
I like the Blazers in this game, dangerous though it is if Curry does not play. Doubtful as we speak here. Let's look here at Damian Lillard making dagger after dagger against them in Game 3 and Jeff Van Gundy.
I think you Lillard again. Bang! And I don't say this dismissively, but if you traded him and Curry, how much difference would we see? I mean, this is what we see Steph Curry doing. Making something out of nothing.
On that shot, you wouldn't see a lot of difference. Overall, though, I think there would be something of a difference. Bomani, are you intrigued?
You've been eating corn with the back of your head.
Still
That's like the
laughing at
greatest
that. That was last
lie.
segment. Man, knock it off. Enough. That was last
I have a big problem with this series. The Warriors should have made it over with. These games all start at 10:30. I had things to do in the morning. Get this over with, please.
Again, he's rooting for sleep. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. I think that Steve Kerr is going to change his mind real quick tonight. You know, I think that he's going to put in Steph Curry because he's going to be very concerned. You know, he's going to be very concerned. So he wants to wrap it up as soon as possible.
That would be pretty cool if Steph Curry came out in the fourth quarter when they're down 8. You'd like to see that. Tell me you wouldn't.
In South Korea, the Nexen Heroes and the Lotte Giants.
Yes, we like this. Last time we checked in, or one of the last times we checked in with Korean baseball, we got a big guy, a giant guy who hits big, giant foul balls, and then, yes, bat flip, yes, 400 feet foul. That's the last time we checked in with him, but now we go back to him to check in. What do we got now? Yes! Yes!
But it was a home run.
Yes, this time it was fair. There was no doubt about it being fair. He is pleased with himself. Bomani, are you intrigued?
Hey, I'll pretend to be intrigued. Yes, and give him some credit. In spite of the epic bat flip, he still took it up the baseline as fast as he could. I mean, it wasn't that fast, but it did seem to be as fast as he could. Respect for the game, baby.
Yes. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. But listen, that's not a fat guy home run. This is a fat guy home run.
Oh, yes. Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
For his first hit of the year.
Yes.
There we go.
Bartolo Colon. Yes.
There we go.
That is the greatest moment in the history of sports. That surpasses Do You Believe in Miracles?
I tell you this, though. He usually started loosening his belt as soon as he got to home plate because there's a cup waiting for him to fill it up. Drug test time, buddy.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
Back tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Gracias. See you mañana.
Looks like you have been eating a lot more than corn.
Okay, that I can't laugh at. My fault.
You already did. It's too late.